No, I was here.
I don't give a shit, man.
Me neither.
Okay, well, are we gonna have a problem then?
Now, see, this is what I don't like. This didn't have to end this way. Coach Greg, in today's video, bodybuilders giving us a bad name. We got this dick. And I'm not talking about a massive schlong. I'm talking about this guy who's being a dick. And so, where is Joey Swole when you need him? It's Ali Bally Fitness. He's live streaming. He's got almost 300,000 followers. And he's at the gym, but in a multi-purpose room. You know, for doing multi-purpose type things like recording a video. He's not in anyone's way. He's not secretly filming people, trying to make fun of them. He's essentially minding his own business. When along comes a bodybuilder. Oh, he's getting ready for a show, and so he needs to check out his biceps and see if he has the proper tan.
Hey, if you could do that over there so I can use the light.
And remember, he was there first, recording his video. When out of the blue, he places his things down, stands directly behind him and says, "Could you go over there?"
Okay, well, are we gonna have a problem then?
I'm not having a problem.
Okay, well then go over there. You don't need the lighting for this.
This is not a posing room. It's not a posing studio. This is where people do aerobics, jumping jacks, and so on. Because he's standing in the light. He's such a large man that he's blocking all of the light coming into the room. And so he says, "Can you get over there?" To which he says, "This isn't a posing room. I'm recording my video. I'm not finished yet. I was here first." His response back, "We're gonna have a problem. I'm about to snap."
Go somewhere else. This is the posing room.
This is not, dude. The posing is downstairs. I'm
No,
not
it's
trying
not,
to be a
dude.
dick
Get
to
your
you.
skinny ass out of here, man, before I snap.
And so because the one man is bigger than him, he thinks he gets to do what he wants. This reminds me of the Jeff Nippert incident. Just because one guy is bigger than someone else doesn't mean they get to do whatever they want. This is a public shared space. He was there first. There's a designated posing room downstairs. Now, just because you're too lazy, you don't do enough cardio, and downstairs is too far for you, doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. By threatening this man, getting closer to him, you are in the wrong.
This is a posing room. Why can't you go down there? You don't need the lighting for this.
This is a guy in a multi-purpose room doing multi-purpose type things.
I was trying to use the lighting as well.
Well, what are you doing? You're on the phone.
I'm
the studio is for posing and for other stuff, not to be on a phone call. So you can do that down there.
And so he's saying, look, this isn't a place for phone calls. He says, I'm live streaming. He says, I don't care. It's my way. I'm on Tren and I'm a bodybuilder and I get to do what I want because I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, but you can be nice about it. You don't have to be
Well, because I told you I was going to pose and you're just standing there on the phone.
And so he says, I told you I was going to pose. I'm a bodybuilder. I told you I was going to pose. And so you have to stop your live stream and you have to get out of there. I don't care what you want. It's what I want that matters because the world revolves around me. I'm a narcissist. I get whatever I want whenever I want it. And right now I want to pose with special lighting.
You didn't even offer to move or anything.
No, I was here.
I don't give a shit, man.
Me neither.
Okay, well, are we going to have a problem then?
And so he says, I don't give a shit what you want. It's what I want that matters. I am on Tren. All I feel is rage. And so be gone. Well, no, I don't want to move. I'm here first. He then says, are we going to have a problem? And then he approaches him. Now, at this point, he has no idea what's going to happen. Is he going to hit him? Is he going to assault him? And so some of you are probably going to be on the other guy's side. Well, he said it's posing, and so he has to listen. He's bigger than him. He has to move. That's not how life works. This is a public space.
The posing is downstairs. I'm not trying to be a dick
Get
to
your
you.
skinny ass out of here, man, before I snap.
Snap or what?
I'm going to snap because get out of the way, dude. This is a posing room. Why can't you go down there? You don't need the fucking lighting for this.
If somebody makes you snap that easily, I would go and see counseling. I would pay for counseling, and I would say, look, I don't want to only feel rage. Maybe I should lower my dose of Tren. Maybe I should consider doing a different sport, but this isn't it. Do I really want to be known as the guy that's ready to snap because a guy was there before me doing a live stream? I mean, How bad does that look?
I'm actually here to fucking use the gym like you're supposed to. Alright? I want to pose because this is a fucking gym. It's not a fucking streaming service.
Imagine this guy eventually becomes a father. You know, some girl, unfortunately, she ends up liking him because he's a bodybuilder, some bullshit. And she marries him or gets pregnant. And then there's all of a sudden there's a kid and bro is on Tren. What is he going to say to that kid? How is he going to treat the kid? If you can't control your anger like this, what are you going to do when your kid does something wrong? When your kid makes you angry? Are you going to be able to control your rage or are you going to sell your son? You know, I'm about to snap. You know, you're smaller than me, son. I'm about to snap. Do you know how many horrible parents there are out there who can't control their anger? Who all they feel is rage. We have no idea how bad it is for people when behind closed doors. And so when we get a glimpse of how people behave, when Guy is live streaming, minding his own business, and he gets treated like this from a stranger. Imagine what this guy is like when he's not been caught on camera. This is while he's recording. And he still treats him this way.
I
You can go do that anywhere else. You don't need to use this spot for that.
And so isn't it ironic? He says, you know, this isn't a streaming service. You can do that anywhere else. Now, I know that the trend is killing your brain cells, but like you understand that you can pose everywhere else as well, right? I mean, are you thinking about what you're saying? You can stream anywhere. You can flex anywhere. You can flex exactly where you are with a little bit less light from little old me blocking the light coming in. Can you not still see your physique? Can you not see those puny little muscles that you should have a lot bigger? The muscles that are not in nowhere near contest shape. And so why do you care so much about posing in your off season? You have an off season physique. You're off steroids. You have no chance of getting a pro card. And so what's wrong with you? I mean, even Mike Israel wouldn't act this way.
Okay, so what?
Can you talk to me like a brother?
No, you're not my fucking brother, dude.
Why are you being so rude?
Because you didn't move. I asked you to move and you're
What do you mean I didn't? Why would I move just because you told me to move?
Okay, fine, you go. I'll pose.
Listen, you can
You get in my
pose.
way, you get in my fucking way.
I will
That's
move.
fine.
What does he mean by that? Okay, fine. If you get in my way, you get in my way. He's going to pose. What is he doing? A friggin' orchestrated routine where he's using up the entirety of the stage? He's going to dance around and do a 360 and punch him in the head? How is he posing this way? You stand in front and you flex. It's not that deep.
Listen, I will move.
That's fine, bro.
I don't have an issue with that. But what you're doing is very rude and disrespectful.
You know what? At this point, I would have just said, all right, and then I would have recorded my video. He just said, look, if you get in my way, you get in my way. You should stand there and keep filming. Bro is going to pose over there. And how easy is it to not run into him? He's literally got his camera recording. And so if something should in fact happen, he's caught it in 4K.
You don't, you gotta ask me nicely. I would have moved. But you, good luck, bro. You're not going anywhere in life. Just,
Food, you skinny little bitch.
I am a skinny little bit.
Now, see, this is what I don't like. The smaller man walking away and trying to get in the last word. There's no point to this. Like, what are you doing? At this point, you're just instigating a fight. You just walk away. If you don't want to have any problem, you walk away. Now, you could go to the front desk and report this incident. You could have just stayed there and recorded yourself. But there's no point in trying to instigate more problems after you decide to walk away.
You're on Roids. You're on Roids, dude.
I mean, it is entertaining. I am entertained. You're on Roids, dude. I feel like he should have said that while still recording in his same position. You're on steroids, and if you were natural, you wouldn't be behaving like this. Have you not seen Mike Israel? All he feels is rage. You likely are on more steroids than even Mike.
50.
I'm on Roid.
You are on
I'm
Roids.
still healthier than you, bro.
And so he admits it. Of course, he's obviously on steroids. He says, you're not going to live to be 50. And he says, no, I'm going to live longer than you. How?
You, bro, you don't even fucking eat. You're malnourished.
I don't eat.
So he says, oh, well, you don't eat. Why? Because he's lean? He doesn't eat? Because he's shredded?
That's fine with me. That's fine.
He's saying you're malnourished. Meanwhile, we have a bodybuilder on steroids dieting for a competition, telling somebody who's not competing that they're malnourished, that they don't eat enough. I mean, the irony of it all. Bodybuilders are clearly malnourished. They're not eating enough. They're trying on purpose to get lean. And so the only difference between you and him is he's leaner than you and not on steroids. You're trying to get to his level only with steroids so that you can, at the end of it, have more muscle.
You want to see a good physique?
Guys, look at his physique.
And he walks over. Do you want to see a good physique? No, we don't really want to. We're watching his own live stream. Does he have a good physique? Yes. He has big legs. He has decent wide shoulders, smaller waist. It's not bad. It's okay. He's not anywhere near pro level or anything like that. A decent looking amateur. But notice how he's posing away from the light. Can you see how the light doesn't really matter? How he could have done his posing while he recorded his live stream. They both could have done what they were supposed to do. This didn't have to end this way. And so let's check out some of the comments. I posted on my Instagram wall. Posing what exactly? Go put your clothes on. Get him, Joey Swole. Classic white boy whose parents never said no. Soft body, the arrogance is off the charts. Life will humble him. That's not a posing room. Roid rage while that small is not a good sign. I didn't think he was small. A posing room with big windows and natural lighting, that's a better live stream room than a posing room. When the world needed Joey Swole the most, he vanished. This isn't roid rage, this is just racism. Everyone tag Joey Swole. Just to clear it up so that you guys understand that it's not a posing room. There is, in fact, an actual posing room. Let me read this. It is not a posing room. It's a room where gym classes are held. I was talking in my native tongue, explaining protein shakes and all. Posing room is downstairs, which has mirrors all around. To this guy, I'm going to recommend that he gets off the Tren, the steroids, and switches over to Turk Platinum and Turk Builder Max. It doesn't cause roid rage. You're not going to lose your temper like this. It's not going to cause you to be an asshole. You can actually go through life and be normal. And so guys who behave like this, generally speaking, they were probably abused when they were children. Perhaps they had an absent father. No one taught them right from wrong when they were younger. And so they grew up thinking, well, that they're the center of the world. Now, does it give them an excuse to get away and do whatever they want? I don't think so. But of course, adding on steroids is adding fuel to the fire. And so if you're interested in staying natural, of course, you can get supplements from HTLT Supplements, code Greg, 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. Seco bars for half price. Enter code CICO. And of course, if you're interested in getting your blood work done like this guy needs to do, you should go to AlgoRx. Code Greg, 10% off. Get your blood work done. They can go over and see what's wrong with your blood work and see what you need. Do you need telmisartan for high blood pressure? Do you need Cialis, Viagra, as well as Ozempic or Tirzepatide? Remember, these are very cheap prices. And so I would suggest you go to, for example, Merrick Health and find out how much everything costs, and then go to AlgoRx and see how much cheaper it is, and then do what makes you happy. If you like spending more money, go to other providers. But if you want to get it for a deal, for a steal of a deal, go to AlgoRx. Don't forget code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.